Well, hey everyone, this is Ethan with Beware Beekeeping. Today, again, another inspection. We're really going to see if they've drawn out this top box a little bit more. We did spray it with some 1-to-1 sugar water on the foundation that hadn't worked yet. Hopefully that motivated them a little bit more. We're also going to do a mite test, and then we're probably going to put in a frame of drone comb. The drone comb will help reduce the mites. Mites like living in the bigger cells that the drones have. So we're going to do that on this one today. And on this one back here, we're going to just check to see how they're building out this medium that I put between the two brood boxes, and also do a mite test and the drone comb stuff as well. So yeah, we'll get going. Oh, I should also point out, last inspection, I think my camera might have actually died, so I didn't actually post it, but I couldn't find the queen here, and I was trying to figure out if they had swarmed or not. So we're actually going to do a little bit of a test here, or a check, pretty in-depth check, to see if we see the queen or new eggs. It's been about a week since I've been in the hive, so if I see new eggs, I know I've got a new queen or a queen. I just don't know if it's a new queen or if it's the original queen. So I'm just doing a quick check to see if she's up here on this top. Don't see her. All right. Right out the gate, they are much calmer than they were before. If they're a little agitated, it could be because they were trying to swarm again. I'm not quite sure if that's what was going on or not, but we'll also just see how they're doing on this top box. All right, so the outermost frame, we do have several bees working the bottom side of it here. Well, actually, this was the outside edge, and some more bees doing stuff there. So that's good to see. Make sure I don't try not to squish anybody. All right. All right. So this is one in from the outside. Kind of same level of activity. They're building a lot on the bottom here, which is I think they're trying to attach it to the frames below it, which is kind of normal. So nothing to worry about there. So I'm gonna have to smoke them a little bit more today. I saw bees can kind of give you a heads up of what they're doing when when you see all the frames and they're all looking up at you. It's like, oh, that's kind of an indication that there might be a problem. All right. Well, this frame is a lot of nectar and pollen. There is a little bit of wonky comb on the frame next to it. That's why I had a little difficulty getting it off and out of the hive. Not too much on this side here. Just doing my cursory queen checks. I'm going to take a little bit more time today to try to find the queen, because she may not be marked. If she got replaced, she wouldn't be marked. I have her marked with a blue dot. If it was the original queen. All right. Not seeing anything there. They are building out this one a little bit more, but they are building it in kind of column-like, which again, I'm not super thrilled about. When I replace with drone comb, I might replace with one of these two frames, this one or this green one right here, because I do see some wonky comb between them. So just to help the growth of the, being able to do inspections and stuff like that, I'm going to need that wonky comb managed a little bit better. Alrighty. Oh, this is pretty dang heavy. This is a good frame of honey here. Yeah, as you can see on this side, almost all capped over except for the bottom center there. And on this side, again, this is a little bit of that wonky comb I was telling you about on right here. So they kind of built it up starting up here, and they've worked it down. And I'll see if you guys can see that here on the camera. But see how much is coming off of the frame. So that's just what I'm trying to reduce. So I'll pull that off and and take care of that just real quick. It doesn't look like it's packed with anything, so because this is all new stuff, so looks like they haven't had an opportunity to really pack it with much. Come on, get on. Come on, darling. There we go. Trying to get the bees to come off of that, and all right, I'm gonna have to smoke the rest of that. So part of the reason you don't want wonky comb is the queen can hide under it, you know, and if you're trying to find the queen, see how she's doing, that's kind of counterproductive. So this is all that new foundation that I've started making, and I didn't really wax these ones super well, and they built up the spots that had the wax on them directly, and I was hoping that they would expand it a little more, and they have to some degree, but to other degrees they haven't. So all right, and I do have a little bit of comb right here. I'm just gonna scrape off. So I'll take this this comb that I'm pulling off, and I do reuse it. The drone comb you see today, it was actually primarily waxed with comb that I had pulled off other wonky comb earlier this season. So yeah, it does get reused. It's not a waste of work. Just maybe not the way they intended it. All right, come on. All right. There we go. Just trying to clean up these frames too, so they can stick together a little better. So yeah, I think I'll probably end up using this green frame to replace. It does have a lot of honey on it, which is good, but the backside is almost entirely wonky comb, which is going to be more trouble than it's worth. So what I could do is I could take the frame out when I put the drone comb in, because the drone comb is a frame insert. I could take that out and then freeze the honey, and then maybe give it back to them. I might take a little bit just to see how it tastes, but I probably don't need a whole frame. So I might just pull off that one side and then re-wax it. And that's how you kind of fix drone wonky comb. Apologize for the wind. It's I think we got another storm blowing in. We've storms about every other day out here, and sometimes I can get out to the hive and sometimes I can't. So this is one of those days. It seems like every video I'm having to fight the wind. All right. This is another. Well, this is a good amount of. This is all capped brood in the center and then honey on the edges. And when I first lifted it up, felt the weight of it and thought it was mostly honey, and turns out to be incorrect. Just doing a check for the queen here. Not seeing her. I don't really expect her to be where capped brood is, but I do see some openings, and it looks like they're filling those openings with. Sorry, gotta get the sun behind me here. Yeah, it looks like they're just filling those openings with nectar. So they'll probably turn this into a whole honey frame afterwards, which makes me feel even better about pulling off this other frame of honey, just to not take too many resources from them, if I can help it. Yeah, I think that's the theme of this here, is actually going to be a bunch of wonky comb as I'm looking at this other frame here. It's strange, they weren't doing that a week or two ago. So this is one out from the middle on the opposite side. Pretty much a lot of nectar and honey in the top. Sorry, changing my grip here. And then on the bottom they have a lot of drone brood going in, which could be one of two things. It could be that the it could be that the sorry, I saw something weird over here. I'm not quite sure what's going on. There is can't tell if it's a bee taking a nap or if it's a bee that has some kind of problem. It's in a drone cell, but sorry, just making sure it's not a disease or something. It looks like it got uncapped somehow, so maybe it turned out to be not what they wanted or something. I'm not sure. That's weird. I'll see if I could show the camera here. All right. And of course they cover it up. So it's going to be about halfway down your screen there. And right now Bee's walking on top of it. Oh, hey everyone, Editor Ethan here. I did research that brood we saw. We saw it also in one of the other hives. Uh, so from what it looks like is it could be a few things. It could be a potential disease with the brood, that the bees had uncovered it because the brood wasn't going to make it, or it could just be typical hygienic things. After looking at the rest of the footage, the rest of the brood looks really healthy. It's all pearly white, glistening, that sort of thing. That's signs of good brood health. So I think this might have just been hygienic health. After doing the mite test and finding out the mite count was a little bit high, it makes a little bit of sense that they would do this to try to reduce some of the mite load on the hive. That's what bees will do sometimes. So I don't think it's anything to panic about. We only saw it once or twice. So yeah, the more you know. All right. A lot of nectar on this side as well. They're starting to cap some of it over, which is good to see. And not so much wonky comb on this side. On this one, there's just a little bit on the out here, and it's just because they don't have something on the opposite side to gauge their measuring, so they're trying to connect it all. Just gonna try to smoke them to get them off of that. And they do have a little bit of nectar and stuff in there, which is unfortunate, but actually, I'm just gonna see if I can do this real quick. Come on, get off there. I am just gonna, oh, can't really do that. Okay, I was thinking I might try to smear it on the other frame here, but that did not go as planned. So I'll just have to re-wax it. I gotta do a little more cleanup here. Clean up on aisle 3. The reason I'm really trying to take out all this base here is I don't want them to even have the building blocks to go sideways. I want them to have to completely rebuild. So that's kind of why I'm really trying to scrape all that off. It's interesting that this one on the outside was built up a little bit better. Oh, did it kill a bee, fortunately. Still haven't seen our queen, but that's okay. With all this being nectar and stuff, I'm not think I'll see too much of her. And the drone larvae that we did see was too old. It's probably been close to a week, so yeah, we'll just keep going. Man, it is a hot and humid day today. I can't really say too hot. It's up in the 80s, but it is probably also 80% humidity. So this breeze is nice, but it also just messes with the audio, you know. So it makes filming difficult, but makes inspecting a hive a little bit nicer. All right, and then on this one, just doing a quick queen check. There's not a whole lot here. They're starting to build it up, which is good to see, but not a whole lot here. I'm just going to flip through these other ones. I didn't even know growth on these ones out here. Just doing a quick check to make sure my queen's not on it. All right, well, no queen here. We'll check this other box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move these all back to where they need to go to get myself some space for that drone frame. Come on. Okay. Yep, I know. You're all upset with me. I also have some honey and nectar on my hive tool because I had to peel off that stuff, so. All right. All right, we're going to leave that. We're just going to move this box here. And crack that and smoke in there a little bit. really fighting in. We'll see if that did the job. All right. Alrighty. Okay. Keep kicking up that. Move that. Alright. Ooh. Back's already going today. It's gonna be a fun day. I'm just gonna pick up this wax here that they've tried to start connecting. They'll typically just turn that into drone wax. Alright. See if I can get some of my frames out of here. They are working these ones. See if I can get it out. We'll try this other side here. That one did not want to go. All right. So interestingly enough, this one, they haven't worked at all. And this one on the other side is almost completely full. So, oh, they're starting to work. Okay, they're doing a little bit of work there. Yeah, that's very interesting. Huh. All right. Because same deal with this one. They're starting to work it, but these frames have been in here a minute, and they ended up kind of more going up than they did going out. I did have to pull one or two frames to put them in that top box, so I think these might be those. They're still trying to work out. Yeah, we'll do this. What I'm thinking about doing is just doing a little bit of frame manipulation here with this box. Is putting some of these undrawn ones. I'll probably put them closer to the center as I move them around. So I'll actually probably pull two frames out here so I have enough room to do that. But yeah, it's good to see they're at least building up on that one. It's just strange that the other one's almost completely full. All right. All right, this one doesn't have much on it. They're still just building it up, and where they do have stuff open, they are packing with nectar, it looks like. So I'm not expecting to see the queen here. I'll do a little cursory check, but not seeing her. And they're getting a little upset with me, so I apologize if they're buzzing that mic for you guys. A little bit of propolis there. All right. Well, overall, I am getting a little worried about my queen because I haven't seen new stuff yet. She could be down here in this little brood chamber, but I haven't seen a whole lot of activity from her. I see some capped over brood here. Part of the reason this is also a concern is if I'm going to do a mite test, I need a lot of capped and uncapped brood on a frame, and to take the bees off of that are caretaking those. So that's what's a little challenging. And see a drone. So obviously if I'm not seeing a lot of young, I have to question if my queen is alive, and right now I'm not seeing much evidence that she is here. I see some open cells. Now if they did swarm, she could take about 2 weeks to do her mating flight after that. So maybe I do have a new queen somewhere, and maybe she's a virgin, so she won't be as large. And that might be her right there. I got some, no, maybe not. I've got some bees that are a little bit larger comparatively. I'll see if I can get this on camera. So it's going to be on the right side of your screen here. I'll try to circle them where I got some that are just, they have a huge thorax compared to these other ones. I think that might be the difference in cell size, but they always fake me out as if they're virgin queen or not. So I'll have to do some research on that. I'll try to circle these for you guys here, but because I see a couple of them, more than I would think I'd see of queen, because I never saw that many queen cells. I only saw 4 or 5, and I'm seeing a good couple of handfuls of them here, so I'd assume they're not. But also, in absence of seeing another queen, uh, you know, yeah, I see a couple more of those. All right, well, we'll keep looking. Sorry, I'm taking a little more time to peruse here because I'm kind of more thinking maybe I don't have a queen that's marked anymore, so I have to take some time to really look through the masses of bees that I'm seeing. More capped brood on this one. Seeing some probably week-old larvae in there. Not many, but well, I mean, I would say that my queen was there a couple of days prior to my last inspection, which doesn't help because I was worried they might have swarmed on my last inspection right before it. Now I'm having a tough time seeing in the bottom of these cells. Of course, my light goes away right when I need it the most. Okay, it looks like I'm seeing some eggs down in there, I think. So that's good to see. There's a lot of bees on this frame, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like an egg. All right, it looks like there's only one egg in there, so that means I don't have a laying worker. So I probably got a queen. Again, if I go through this inspection and haven't seen her, I'd start to wonder if they had swarmed and replaced her. Um, Sorry, just doing a really good check here, trying to make sure I got too used to looking for a blue dot on my queen and not a queen that isn't marked, you know? All right. We'll go ahead and keep going with that. Okay, so I'm seeing some newer brood. Not, well, maybe it's getting towards a week, so maybe, again, that doesn't, not necessarily strong evidence. I did see eggs, though, so, all right. I'm thinking I might just have a different queen. Now, allegedly my queen was on this frame, so I want to be pretty careful when moving it. If she's still on it, I'll confirm that before I put it in the hive. She was at the bottom of the frame, so I'll just check there first. And she could have gone, oh, no, there she is. Okay. Good, good, good. So we'll put her away from all the craziness. Now, going back to that frame manipulation, what I'm going to do is possibly upset them a little bit, but I want them to move. I want to get these frames a little bit more drawn out. So what I'm going to do is put it a little closer to the center. I'm going to shift everything down a little bit. All right. They are quite upset with me now. Obviously, I just took apart their house, shook some bees off of a frame. So they're rather upset. And I think I'm running low on smoke fuel, which is even better. But that's okay, we'll finish up here. So yeah, I didn't get this far in the inspection before, but I could see it coming. You know, I tried to pull up these frames and you'll see why. They're, oh, maybe not as much drone as I thought, or filled out as I thought. Oh, this side is, that's why. Whew. Yeah, that is about half drone and then half honey. So they're actually kind of taking care of the mite problem themselves. They're building a ton of drones, and that'll knock them down. The worry, I guess, is just to make sure we have enough. Just make sure we just have enough workers and that sort of thing. That hopefully nothing's wrong with the queen. If she's only laying drones, that would be a sign she didn't get well mated or something like that. Some of these frames towards the center here, get them to draw those out pretty quick. Get these all nice and tight. Close up this box, put the other one back on it, and go from there. All right. And I'll show you guys what drone comb looks like. Really, just drone comb is it's just a thicker cell diameter compared to. I'll do a side by side here. I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera, but you see the hexagons on this right one are smaller than the hexagons here. So that's how the queen knows to lay a drone egg. So we're just going to throw that one in here. Hey everyone, Editor Ethan again. Yeah, so fun fact, got a new camera. Still working out some of the kinks here, so please bear with me. So yeah, that kind of video kind of cut out right at the end of our inspection. So I think I'm going to cut the video here. I didn't realize it for a little bit, so I kind of kept moving around a little bit longer. But we did drop in that drone comb. We did a little bit of an inspection, found the mite count's pretty high. So we're going to check on everything here in a week or two and go from there. I might actually do a regular treatment on top of drone comb just because the mite count was so high. It was north of about 14. I did have more bees in there than the little fill line, but it was out about 14, so it was pretty high. Yeah, so again, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff that everybody else asks you to do on YouTube. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate it.